Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. This is My Favorite Mortgage podcast, a new podcast that is going to allow you behind the curtains of the home buying process, the home inspection process, the loan process, and all the way to the closing table.
Yeah.
That is Andy Summers.
And that is Jaimie Booth.
And we want to welcome you today to My Favorite Mortgage.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
So we had Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
To all the moms and fur baby moms.
To all the fur baby moms, the moms out there, happy Mother's Day. Did you do anything special?
For my boyfriend's mom. I mean, we just went out for dinner and stuff like that, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sean made dinner. He made salmon.
What did he make?
It was salmon with salad with capers.
Oh, he's a good cook.
Oh, he's such a good cook.
Well, good, because at least one of you is.
Ouch.
You do not cook.
I do not. No.
Let's be honest.
No.
She's like a sunflower seed eater at the end of the night, and that's probably it. I'm not wrong. You know,
No, I know.
I call you and we're like going over something at night, and I can tell you're eating sunflower seeds when we talk at
I'm
night.
addicted to sunflower seeds.
I know you are.
Like it's funny when
Is that bad for your teeth?
Who knows? Probably. You know, I substituted sunflower seeds from biting. I used to bite my nails.
Oh, I guess
So,
it's better.
I went over to sunflower seeds to help me to stop biting my nails, and now it's sunflower seeds constantly.
It's always something.
So we vacuumed and like dusted our floors, and I moved the couch. There's little slivers of sunflower seeds
everywhere. Like in your couch?
in the couch, under the couch, and so you're sweeping, and it's just this pile of dirt and sunflower seeds.
I love it. We all have to have our vices, right?
Hey, it's better
It's
than alcohol.
Better than a lot of things.
Right?
Sunflower seeds beat out a lot of things.
So you wanted to talk about a new movie that came out.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was like the best Marvel movie, I think, ever. In my top 3 at least of Marvel movies. And I'm a big Marvel person.
Guardians of the Galaxy
3, it'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. Chris Pratt drops the first F-bomb ever in Marvel history. It was awesome.
Did you research that? Is that true?
Yeah, he did an interview and he said, well, we did the scene 100 times.
Right.
And he's like, and by the end of it, I was over it. So I added the F-bomb so we could be done with it. And they thought it was so funny that they just left it in. And I was like,
God,
heck
hilarious.
yeah. No, it was awesome. They actually, like, I was surprised how much they, like, cursed in the movie. Like, they said a lot of stuff that I was like, this is a kid's movie. And like they said that, I mean, can I cuss on this?
Of course.
I mean, they said douche, they said asshole, they said all that, and I was like, this is a Marvel movie. But they did an awesome job. You're gonna cry. Colby, we went into, and Colby, my boyfriend, he was bawling during this movie. I'm like, oh, but it's so good. It's just
is this like the final one that they're doing, like to wrap it all up and have all the strings?
I don't want to ruin
give it away.
anything.
Spoiler
I don't
alerts.
want to spoil anything.
All right,
But you got to go see it. If you're any Marvel fan, you have to go see this movie.
Okay.
It is so good.
You know what I didn't realize, and I saw an interview that Bradley Cooper does the raccoon's
Rocket.
voice.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was him.
And Vin Diesel is Groot.
I knew that one.
Yeah.
I knew that one, but like I had no idea it was Bradley Cooper because he does this like raspy kind of voice.
And that's the thing. And I mean, it's not really a spoiler at all, but like the movie is a Rocket movie, which is cool. Like it's
love
like
Rocket.
about Rocket. So it's like if you like, you know, you just got to go see it. It's so good. So good.
All right, so that's on my agenda. I am
Yeah.
going out of town, so I don't know. We'll squeeze that in somewhere.
Squeeze it in somewhere. I was like 2.5 hours, and then I went, and I was like, worth it, 2.5 hours. So, yeah, go see it for sure.
Okay. Well, I know she wanted to talk about that. So, so Andy and I are loan officers together.
Whoop, whoop.
Normally, we bring on a guest who's a realtor.
Yeah.
But today, it's just loan officers. So we're going to talk about
Loan officer talk.
mortgage because mortgages are so fun.
They're so fun.
Actually,
Can't see my wink, but wink.
wink, wink. No, you know what? It is a very tough job. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of what ifs. And
tears.
our whole world revolves around the word, it depends.
Yeah.
You know, what's your interest rate? It depends.
It depends on 22 factors in your
Right.
whole thing. Yeah.
What kind of down payment do I need? It depends. So those words we just live by because there's always like a flow chart that if you're this, then we can do this. If you're this, so it depends.
And there's so many like different tips and like you are like the queen of it. Like you're like, no, this guideline, we can do this and this and this. And I'm like, all right, whatever Jaimie says. There's just different ways to go about stuff, which is awesome in this. Like we can get away with some stuff and per this guideline and
yes.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the good thing is that, you know, when you work with us, I'm going to find those, you know, they're not, you know, skirting by anything. It's creative financing.
Oh no, Jaimie will go to the ends of the earth to figure something out. Like she'll be like, no. And then she'll spend hours like, nope, I found it. It's on page 900 of this guideline. I found it. You make it work. I've seen it.
I do like fighting for my clients.
She likes to win for her clients.
I have a little competitive streak.
Yes.
Maybe that's the Capricorn in me that I love winning.
Just a little bit.
And it's not to do it to like make someone, you know, be wrong, but I'm pretty confident when I do these loans or I structured a loan a particular way. I'm pretty confident that it was the right way. And so when an underwriter,
I was going to say underwriter
doesn't agree, I go to the ends of the earth for them.
Yeah.
And I have been wrong. I'm not saying.
I mean, I've seen some stuff where I'm like, this ain't going to work. Like we're at the end. I'm like, oh my gosh, this isn't going to work. And you're like, watch out. And you go and we get it. We all like, I'm always like, Jaimie's going to get it. It's all good. She'll figure out a way. Always do.
Well, then I have a little game.
I love games.
We're not doing trivia, so don't worry.
I'm not good at trivia, so
I'm
thank
done
God.
with trivia. Like, I felt so stupid all those weeks that were like, you know.
I'm like, I did not pay attention in history class.
The blanket male octopus. Like, no.
He's a wooden shirt.
So, okay, first of all, you've heard of pass or smash.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a mortgage, pass or smash.
Oh, all right.
Okay, you ready?
All right, sure.
Okay. The buyer has an 800 plus credit score, but all his assets are in crypto.
Pass.
Pass?
No, I love the 800 credit score. I have no idea how to do crypto. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how to do anything crypto, but I'm going to say pass.
Okay.
Okay.
A VA buyer has...
Smash.
You're right. Anything VA buyer. You're right.
You don't even have to finish it. Smash.
Yes.
What was the question, though?
Has a $0 funding fee.
Smash. All the way.
The underwriter doesn't calculate overtime the same as we do.
Pass. Wait, they don't calculate
They
it?
don't calculate it same as we do.
Like they give us more, they give us less?
They give us less.
Pass.
Yeah. We don't want
Get
to.
out of there.
But then that's when Jaimie
That's when Jaimie comes in and she fights. No.
No. Okay. First time home buyer receives $10,000 in seller credit.
Smash.
You're right. I love the singing. Buyer sends you page 1 and 5 of their bank statements.
Pass.
And that's it.
Pass so hard. Pass. I'll just pass it right back to you and say, give me all the pages.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. A buyer's contract has a 20-day close of escrow.
We'll smash that.
Smash that. Heck yeah, we
Smash
can.
that.
Heck
Easy.
yeah.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Last one. An out-of-state buyer has an offer letter from Amazon, but it's a temporary employee.
Pass.
Yeah.
Pass.
That would be a hard one.
If you're moving here, we want the full-time, pretty 40-hour-a-week salaried letter.
Yes. Yeah.
So
if it says temporary or something.
Well, that's what
like
we just
that.
had that one where we're like, oh, I don't even want to include, like, just get this to pay slip because the offer letter said part-time and can be like, and we're like, I don't even want to show an underwriter that.
No.
So
we want to pass. On it. Temporary employee. Good job. So I just wanted to talk about, that was actually quite fun because a lot of things in there we love them. We smash them all day long. Close of escrow, 20 days, VA buyer, anything. But there are some times where it's just not really what we're looking for or what we can use. So we're going to pass that back to you to help you get us the right thing. Okay. One dad.
I like that game. You should play that more. I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have one dad joke that I heard over the weekend.
Hit it. Let's do it.
I told Caitlin,
Smart.
that's my daughter, Caitlin, what do you call a bear with no teeth?
I don't know what.
A gummy bear.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Now you think of a little red gummy bear.
I literally did. I picture, and he's like,
see, mortgage is fun when you have us.
Gummy bears.
So we've got a story that we wanted to talk about. We mentioned it briefly on a previous one when we had a guest about, when we can say no. And we very rarely say no.
Yeah.
We will say maybe not right now, but an actual no is only going to come under maybe one for sure thing that we will say no, and that is
fraud.
So we're going to talk a little bit about this case that we had. Gosh, it's going on at least a year and a half now. It had to have been
over a year. Yeah, because I think it was in December of 21.
Okay. Yeah. So about a year and a half ago, we were helping this young lady. And
it was a couple.
Her fiance was military. And, like we had talked about VA, we will go to the ends of the earth for our military folk.
Absolutely.
So here we are with this really nice couple over the phone. We didn't meet them in person. COVID was in the middle of it. And so meeting in person just wasn't on the table. And we started to pre-approve them. We ran credit, and we requested our standard letter of documents, which is
driver's license, paycheck stubs, W-2s, bank statements. Done. Call it a day.
That's it.
For most.
Yeah.
For
a W-2 employee, it's credit, income, assets. Yeah. It's really actually three main things. That's
pretty
it.
Simple. Yeah.
So in doing so, Andy will help collect those documents, kind of keep you like, hey, checking in. I didn't get this. So she helps me collect the documents, do the dirty work.
Oh, yeah.
I would say.
That's why I was talking to a client last night, and I'm like, no, this is my job all day. I'm like, I'm chasing people down. Get me your stuff. That's my job. And she's like, oh, I don't want your job. I'm like, yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
So this young lady sent us bank statements and paycheck stubs.
Well, and this is the thing, like, they had sent us initial stuff first. We were good. We got into it. This couple went and got married in order to do this loan. Like, they went to the courthouse, they got married in order to do it. The initial stuff was fine. We got into contract, and then after that was when we needed updated stuff. And that's when they sent that updated stuff to us. Anyway,
so VA wants, in order to use two incomes with the zero down payment, they want a married couple.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you're not married, if it's a joint application and the other person has to bring in a down payment. So these guys got married.
Like, that's crazy.
Legally married so that we could do this loan.
Yeah.
So here we are. What happens, guys, is when we pre-approve you, documents start to get old or they expire if you don't get into contract right away.
Yeah.
So paycheck stubs were maybe from a couple months ago. So when you get into contract, we're going to ask, hey, I need the updated stuff.
Yeah.
So she sends us over and we get into contract and we submit to underwriting. And that day, I get a phone call.
Oh, man.
And it was from someone I had never gotten a phone call from. And this was our head of compliance. Super nice lady. And she's like, hey, can you look at this file with me? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Great. VA buyer. We love VA. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she goes, I want you to take a look at the bank statement. And I want you to notice that it's missing a comma.
Yeah.
Do you notice that the direct deposits are just slightly off?
And like when she says slightly off, like everything's straight on your bank statement. And that number just happened to be like not even a just slightly over. Like it was something that you wouldn't really notice.
Right. And we didn't, to be honest.
And we didn't.
It's not like we're taking a ruler to someone's bank statements to make sure the numbers are aligned. But again, this is what they'll look for and catch.
Yep.
Where we didn't see it. And then she goes, if you added up
Mm-hmm.
the direct deposits, it doesn't add up to the number that
Like your total.
Mm-hmm. And again, something we're not sitting there going through your entire deposit, adding them all up.
That would take me a lot of time.
Right?
Yeah.
And we've said this before. We're not nosy on your bank statements.
No.
It's really just to see, is direct deposit going in? Does it match your paycheck
Is there some
stub?
giant deposit that I
Right.
need to know what that is? Like,
Right.
Yeah. So,
Anything, maybe a large payment to a car loan that isn't showing up on your credit report. So we're really kind of just scanning.
yeah.
And we've said it before. We don't care where you spend your money.
I don't care.
How many times you go to Starbucks.
Or DoorDash. I don't care.
Yep.
Me too.
So she's pointing out these little flaws.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember both of our stomachs dropped. We were like, oh no.
Yeah. And the paycheck stubs. The paycheck stubs were changed
Yep.
to where when you deducted the tax percent, it didn't add up to what her direct deposit was. It was a lot of little tiny red flags that our compliance, our safety net for fraud and stuff has been trained to keep an eye out for that.
And I'm sure they see it every day. Like we had that underwriting team come in and they were like, no, you'd be surprised. We see that stuff every day.
And so it's like, it was really sad because I had to make a phone call.
Well, and the whole thing too about that was like, we didn't need her to do any, like they were approved. Like she didn't have to go add income. She didn't have to go add assets.
She added more money to her paycheck stubs
Mm-hmm.
to make it look like she made more, and then changed the direct deposit amount to match these fraudulent paycheck stubs.
Yep.
And what compliance did is they sent these bank statements to the actual financial institution.
It was like Wells Fargo.
It was a big company,
Mhm.
and they have a system to say, yes, this is our statement.
Or
and
not.
They said no. And so having to make that phone call where I can't really say,
Hey, I know what you did.
right? But we had to say, unfortunately, we can't proceed with your loan right now.
I remember you having that phone call because I was like, I'm so glad I'm not her. Because I was like, I feel like I'm in trouble with my mom. Like you did the whole because you had to call three-way because he was like somewhere and
he was at work.
Yeah, and whatever. And you were like, so you're like, do you want to tell your husband, now husband, because you guys got married, what you did, what happened? And she's like playing out, and you were like, no, like, come on, like, and yeah, that was, I was like in the door, like listening to this conversation. I remember.
It was, and I do get kind of mama bear because, I honestly wanted to help a military family. He seemed to be absolutely clueless.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he had married this person
Mm-hmm.
was like, dude, here's your wife. And she needs to have
because you put it on her.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, because it was very obvious once those things were pointed out. And the lengths that she had went to change numbers and simple things like forgetting a comma.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not looking for a comma, but now I am.
Now we are.
Every bank statement, I'm literally looking to see,
well, now it's
is
just
there
like,
a comma?
It was a learning experience for me and you.
Yeah.
You were like, I've been in this industry forever and I haven't seen this. Like, and that was, I had just started not like too long ago. And you were like, wow, you're seeing this like when you first started this industry. I'm like, get it out of the way, I guess.
Yeah. So it definitely was a learning experience because we're just kind of double checking because, luckily it got caught early enough and we didn't get burned. We didn't get into trouble. We did nothing, wrong.
Yeah.
But it also made us definitely more diligent.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a second case later on. That
remind me of this one.
We had caught. She never did get into contract because the bank statements. It was a story for another podcast, but it was the stolen identity.
Oh,
yes,
that's a whole other podcast.
Yeah, we don't want to take up too much time, and that's another one. And guys, if you want to hear about that, just email us and let us know. We'll definitely make another podcast.
I'm sure we could make podcasts on podcasts on podcasts about the stuff that we see through here. I mean, really.
Yeah, that was So unfortunately, this couple,
Decline letter.
we had to decline the loan. And I honestly don't know what happened
And
after
I wish
that.
I did know what happened, but they wouldn't tell us. They were
No.
like, no, it's not your business.
No,
We
they're
just sent a
like, not your
decline.
problem. Compliance took over, risk took over, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, the file wasn't even viewable for us any longer. Like
Nope.
it was gone.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what happens like afterwards to you. Like if you're committing fraud, like I don't know if you get in trouble like by the law. Like what happened? I don't know. But
I don't know. But I'm sure things get through. But we definitely are more diligent, and that's where I say, we never want to tell a client no.
Just don't commit fraud.
Just don't commit fraud, and then it'll be a yes, or not right now, and we'll
Yeah.
help you get there.
Yeah.
So that was one of our stories that we got some feedback that they wanted to hear more on.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Oh, that's a good
for going through that with me, and it's just kind of a refresher for me too. We haven't talked about it in a long time. That I'm
going to go look at all my
I'm
bank statements that I have.
Like who's pre-approved? Let's go double check.
Oh.
All right. So again, thank you so much for doing this podcast with me. I know you're super busy. We've definitely picked up, so thanks for taking the time.
Oh yeah, this was fun.
Okay, good. And I have to go get Guardians of the Galaxy 3 tickets.
Go watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. You gotta go see that in theaters too. Like I think that's like a movie you gotta go see.
Don't wait till it comes out. You need to go see it in
the theaters.
Yeah. I like the popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll eat a whole tub of popcorn when I go. Like, how do I do that?
And red vines.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'll buy red vines and have them at home. And it's just
I like
not
those
the same.
dips. You know, like the ice cream and they're like little.
Oh, the little ball dipping ice cream.
Yeah. They're called dibs. So I don't know, but I like those at the movie theater. I don't like those any other time but the movie theater for some reason.
Disneyland.
Oh, those are the little Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, anyway.
I want some ice cream now.
This is My Favorite Mortgage Podcast. It's a podcast that helps buyers buy their home. Maybe it's their first home, their last home, and everything in between.
Yeah.
And we are here to help you navigate through not only the loan process, but the home buying process. So if anyone has any stories or any questions on the home buying process, please feel free to reach out. Our email is myfavemortgage@gmail.com.
Yeah.
You can always listen to our podcasts to see if there's any questions that may have already been answered.
Mm-hmm.
And we are more than happy.
Yeah, we should do like a whole Q&A. Like borrowers, send us questions, and we should do a whole Q&A.
And just answer questions.
Yeah, because there is a billion questions you're going to ask during the process. Yeah.
There's just always something. Every situation is unique. Every transaction is unique. So we do like to answer questions, and we don't mind them at all. It doesn't take long.
No.
But again, if you are in the market or even just thinking about becoming a homeowner, we can definitely help and would be happy to. My name's Jaimie Booth.
And I'm Andy Summers.
And we are licensed loan officers here in Arizona. And we thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
Please give us a review, rating, leave a comment, and we will talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.